You got a remote control?
No. It's recording now. Are we ready? Yes, ma'am. First row. Just a little because we're recording. Let's see. Hey, Joyce. Okay, let's take a nice deep breath. Relax the shoulders down. Let's start moving at our hips. Can you hear me in the back? Keeping the shoulders down, and we're taking nice deep breaths. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. And then change your direction. Just keep moving. I'm going to adjust the sound on our music. Relaxing through our jawline. Try not to clench your teeth. And shoulders are down, even though our hands are on our legs. Let's do one more circle. Keeping the feet flat on the floor, sitting up straight. Falling leaves 4 times. Bring the arms up. Moving the fingers also, exhaling all the way down. And you're moving with your own breath. We don't have to be together. One more. Arms coming all the way down. Taking the right ear towards the right shoulder. Keeping the left shoulder down also. And then turning your head looking down. And then nodding the head 2 times, lifting the chin, and then bringing the chin down. Lifting the chin again. Down, holding for a moment. Trying not to arch your back. And then inhaling, bring the head up to a neutral position. Exhaling over to the other side. Let the weight of the head leaning to the left, your left, turning the head looking down, and then nodding 2 times, always moving in your own range of motion, and hold, bring the head up, shoulders down. Let's move into our shoulders, fingertips to your right shoulder, leading with the elbow. We're inhaling, taking the elbow up and back behind. And again, I'm in a full range of motion, but for you, you may need to take an option and keep the elbow low, especially any injuries in the shoulder. And we're going one more in this direction, and then changing our direction. Take a deep breath. You can also drop the hand and just roll the shoulder. One more. Changing over to the other fingertips and shoulder. Inhaling, deep breath. You may be tighter on one side than the other, and that's fine. You may need an option on one side and not the other. Come low if you need to. And then we're changing the direction. Coming forward. As elbow draws back, it's a slight stretch through the chest on our left side. One more. Relaxing the shoulders down. Chin coming down just about halfway. Pressing the shoulders down also. And then looking forward as we're inhaling. Let's take the feet out wide for sunflowers. And the toes are facing the same way our knees are. Get my stuff out of my way. Inhaling, taking the arms up. Exhale, leading with the chest, coming forward without arching our back. If you need a little back support, take your hands to your legs. If not, just flow with your breath. Arms coming up as we're inhaling, all the way up over here. Exhaling forward. As we're coming forward, trying not to arch our back. Send a flat back. Just warming up the body. Added in the hips here. Shoulders moving. One more. Ending with the arms up and sitting up. You can be all the way up or here. Then drawing the elbows into the side of the rib cage. Spreading the fingers out wide. Not arching the back. We're inhaling. Exhaling, pressing forward, using the wrist. Making a light fist and drawing back. Open the chest. Drawing the shoulder blades together. One breath, one movement, taking your time. Beautiful. Hard to keep the shoulders down here, but focus on keeping the shoulders down. Pressing forward one more time. Coming back and holding. Not making a tight fist, it's a very light fist. A tight fist can make our blood pressure go up. Then with our hands to our legs, bring the chest forward. Bring your right shoulder in. Turn your head looking to your left. Inhaling, sitting up. Exhale, left shoulder comes in, looking to your right. Then coming center, starting at our tailbone, tuck it under, belly will draw in, rolling up, chin comes in last, and then sitting up. Using our ankles, walk the feet in. I forgot to introduce Al. Al is doing a side view, helping me out this morning. Let's move into the legs a little more, picking the right leg up, and you can support the weight of the leg. We're just going to bicycle. Slowly adding in more joints for movement. One more. Going to the other leg. One more. And going back over to the other leg, picking the leg up, draw a big circle with the knee. Rotating at our hip. Try not to slouch here. We're still sitting up straight. Focusing on our breathing in our posture. One more. Other leg. And one more. Just take the bottom of our feet together. Our knees are apart, opening our hips and sitting up straight. And then leading with the chest. We're leading with the chest so we're not rounding our spine. Chin staying out of our chest also. And sitting back up, feet flat on the floor. Going into cat and cow, still warming up. That's a deep breath, lifting your chest, round, arching the back. And then we're exhaling and rounding the spine. Moving slow. Any herniated disc, start with just a slight arch of your back and a slight rounding. And then see how it feels on your spine. If it feels okay, you can come a little bit deeper with the arch and a little bit deeper in your cat stretch. Body should feel like you're warming up now, especially the lower back. And we're ending in a cat stretch because arching the back is a reverse flexion of our spine, so we need to correct that flexion. Rounding the spine, stretching the arms out. Your palms can come together or stay apart. Draw your chin down and the shoulders down. Reaching forward with the fingertips where it's comfortable to open up the upper back, open up our upper spine. And then release. Coming behind the chair, grab you some water first if you need a drink of water. You can always stay seated. I'll give you options in the chair also. You seated in the chair. You can also use the chair in front of you. Turn my lights on. We're starting in mountain pose. That's feet hip distance apart. That's the distance of your hips. Soft in the knees, arms by the side, shoulders are down. Falling leaves again for 4 times. Inhaling, bring the arms up, elbows bend, move all 10 fingers, let the arms float down. Remember, always do what feels right for your body. Today, we have one more. Back into mountain pose. We're going to start our sun salutations. Al's doing the side version. I'm going to come behind my chair. Stay behind your chair though. We're stepping the right leg back. Start on the toes. Bring the heel down and bend the front knee. We're slightly tucking the tailbone under. You can hold on to the chair or work on some balance. You can also take the arms wherever it helps for your balance. Shoulders down, looking straight ahead with our breath. Inhaling, exhaling, hands to the back of the chair. This is our downward dog. Stepping your feet back, hip distance without locking out the knees. You're pressing your hips back, stretching the arms out. Try not to lock out the knees. Tuck your tailbone under. Let's stretch the lower back. Then lifting the head, the chest, coming into our plank, drawing the shoulders down. And then lifting the chest. This is cobra pose. Arching our back. It's a deep arch if you can, if not just barely arching. We're inhaling and exhaling back to downward dog. Stretch the arms out, hips pressing back. Then we're inhaling, lifting the head, the chest. As we're inhaling, we're stepping the right foot forward. We're back into a lunge. The front knee is bent. Pressing through the back heel and tuck the tailbone under. Once you find your balance, you can bring your hands together or take them out for better balance. Working on a little bit of balance this morning. Shoulders are down. Stepping the back foot in. Back into our mountain pose. Shoulders down. And falling leaves again. 4 times. Don't forget to move the thumbs. We're moving at the joints in the fingers. Beautiful. Remember, we don't have to be together. Move with your breath. Ending in mountain pose. Take your time. Go ahead and complete your breathing and your movement, starting with the right leg back again. Into a lunge. You can do this seated with your right leg to the side of the chair.
Your right leg.
It doesn't matter, just as long as you change. Going back into downward dog. Behind your chair, fall out here. I'm in a seated version. You can bring the chest forward and hands to your legs. Feet are in front of you, and draw your shoulders back. My back just popped, that's a good thing. And then we're coming into plank, petting your chest. In cobra pose, inhaling, it's arching the back. The chest is lifted, heart center is open, and the chin slightly lifted. Inhaling, exhaling, going back to downward dog. Lifting up your head and chest, and stepping your right foot forward. In the chair, we've just changed legs, and it doesn't matter, you can stay on one leg. Find your balance. If you're leaning forward, it will put you off balance. Try to bring the shoulders over your hips. If you're feeling it in your lower back, lean forward and take your hands to the back of the chair to support your lower back. Back foot steps in, into mountain pose, with the shoulders down, inhaling again. We name this falling leaves. And it's just simply taking a deep breath, moving at the elbows, the shoulders, exhaling and relaxing the shoulders, and letting the arms float down. One more. Taking the hands to the lower back and just opening up the chest. Same thing in the chair. Arms by the side. We're going into our warrior series. Starting with your right leg back, your left leg is forward, your back foot is at an angle. And usually when we do that, our chest turns. Place the foot, turn your chest so you're facing forward, tailbone tucks under. Working the shoulders a little bit here. Same thing in the chair. Peeking up through the arches in our feet. And the tailbone tucks under. This is where we have a habit to arch our back. Try not to arch the back. And then we're inhaling, taking the arms up. Exhaling, extending the arms. We're in warrior 2. And again, the tailbone tucks under. If it's a little too intense, just step the back foot in to narrow your stance. It might be more comfortable for you that way. Looking at the front hand, we're turning the palm up, eyes to the hand, reaching out in reverse warrior. Checking your front knee, make sure it's still pressing out. Your toes are facing forward, looking down at the foot, knees and toes. Knee and toes facing in the same direction. You can reach up higher, Coming down low works better for my neck. We're looking straight ahead, or take your eyes up. We're inhaling, taking the arm up where it's comfortable, reaching as high as we can, and then exhale. Triangle pose. Press your hips back, straighten the front leg, come forward with your hand. So our left leg is forward, or left hand forward. It can be on your leg or on the chair, or behind the chair. Opposite arm can reach up, in the palm facing the same way your chest is, or hand to your waist. Back arm down first, lift the head and the chest, turn the shoulders so you're facing your leg or the chair. Tipping from our hips so we're not rounding the spine. We're in a flat back. You can come deeper if it feels good. Always going into a comfortable stretch, not to the point of pain. Anytime you have a sharp shooting pain, just stop what you're doing. And if you're standing, come back to the chair if you're feeling it. Lift the head, bending the front knee, find your balance and step the back foot in. Back into mountain pose and falling leaves 4 times. Two more. You can do all of this seated. I challenge you to stand if that's comfortable for you today. Take your time, go ahead and complete. We'll all meet in mountain pose. Remember, soft bend in our knees. Warrior 1 on our other side. The right leg steps forward, bend the knee. Left leg is back. Align your front heel to your back heel or your arch. Once you find that, facing forward again, find the balance. Hands can be here to work the shoulders. Drawing the shoulder blades in together, looking straight ahead. And it's just a tiny tailbone tuck. That's just to keep us from arching our back. I'm wobbling too. Touch the chair anytime you need to. And then we're inhaling, taking the arms up. Exhale, turn the chest, extend your arms. Careful that your front knee has not turned in and come with you. Right leg in front, right arm. Hands can also come below your waist, especially if your fingertips start to tingle. Just bring the hands down below the waist. Reaching with the fingertips, but bring the shoulders down. Tailbone tucks under. Try to pick up through the arches in your feet. Looking at the front hand, turning the palm up or reaching out. In reverse warrior, bend the elbow, leaning back slightly, keeping a bend in your front knee, and your front knee still pressing to the outside of your foot so it does not turn in like mine wants to. And take a deep breath. All the way up, a little bit higher, stretch under the arm, down into the rib cage. Triangle pose, bring the arm down, press your hips back, straighten your front leg. Your arm behind, your left arm is reaching up or hand to your waist. Your left palm is facing the side wall. So it's facing the same way the chest is to your left. Taking the strain out of the shoulder or hand to your waist. Remember options. Take a deep breath. Hand is on the chair or above your knee, not pulling on our kneecap. The back arm comes down. We're lifting the head and chest. Turn to face your front leg. Again, if it's too much of a stretch, back foot steps in. Lead with your chest coming forward. Hand to the back of your chair or your leg. Excuse me. head or chest. Bend your front knee first and step the back foot in. Falling leaves. This is a little pause in between, making sure we're taking deep breaths, taking your time. Filling up the lungs as we inhale without lifting the shoulders. Even though our arms are coming up, shoulders staying down. And one more. Back into mountain pose. Take your feet out wide. Turn your heels out so that your toes are facing forward, protecting our knees. Going into a deep hamstring stretch. The back of your upper leg. The chest comes forward. Press your hips back. Careful not to lock the knees here. Just a slight bend. Keeping the chin out of our chest. Don't want to get lightheaded. Beautiful. Lift the head and the chest as you're inhaling. Both hands to the chair. Turning the toes out. Moving into stretching the inner thighs now. The right knee bends. Take your time. Stretching out the left leg. Inhaling, center the weight. Exhaling over to the other side, to your left. Just the feet if you need to. Standing up again, holding onto the chair, using our ankles. Walk the feet, the toes in, the heels, the toes, and then the heels. We're coming back seated. You may need some more water. If you grab you some water. This is a 45-minute class, and in this 45 minutes we should take at least 3 sips of water, and those are small sips of water. If you think about it, going almost an hour without drinking is not good for the body. And it's just little sips so we don't drink too much. Moving into our hips now. They're nice and warm. We've been moving for over 30 minutes. Flexing the right foot and we're staying low. This is your first option. If you've done it, go ahead. Or on the side of your foot, on the floor, or you can draw the knee to the chest. Or keeping the foot flexed, it can come up above the knee. Remember staying low. If there's any pain, you can deepen this stretch by bringing your chest forward. Inhaling, sitting back up. Changing legs. You may be tighter on one side than the other, and you may need an option on one side and not the other. That's natural for us. If you're really deep here with the ankle above the knee, you can reach for the shin. It's a little intense though, or it can be intense is what I should say. Feel this in your gluteal muscles, in your hip, okay, your hip flexors, and your behind. We're sitting up, both feet on the floor, turning to one side. It does not matter where you face, but feet flat on the floor in front of you, both feet. Starting sitting up straight, shoulders down. Take the arch out of the back, hands to the back of the chair, and twist. Looking over your back shoulder, using the chair to help you twist if that's comfortable. And take a deep breath. We are in a spinal twist, so it's a little constricted breath. Coming out of our twist, the front leg moves up. Start on the toes, slide the leg back so the knee is facing down. Taking over, curve the spine into a C curve, or hand to your chest. If you're feeling it in the shoulder, but try to curve, open up the side of the rib cage and take a deep breath. Bring the arm down, sitting up, foot to the floor. And we're going all the way over to the other side. Starting with the twist of both feet flat on the floor in front of you, hands to the back of the chair, and just imagine you're twisting from your waist up. It's really starting at the tailbone, but that gives us a visual of our spine twisting from the waist up. Use the back of the chair to help you. Releasing our twist, moving up in the chair. Again, lift your front leg, start on the toe, slide it back so the knee is facing down, it is not bowing out. Curving your spine again into a C curve. Hand can be at your waist, at your heart, or over the head. Arm down, sitting up. Foot comes flat on the floor, and then we're turning around. Face the front of the room. Stretching both legs out. Hands behind, just leaning back slightly. It's a slight arch. We're just lifting the heart center, taking a deep breath and lifting the chin slightly. This is a lot like bridge pose, but we're on the chair, not on